Well, hello, Star Wars fans. If you haven't figured out, I am having technical issues. The webcam is not wanting to come on, so you're going to have to hang with me just a little bit. I see all of you here, but yeah, it's early. I clicked the wrong button, and my webcam's not working, so give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. In the interim, I will give you this wonderful uh, I'll give you this. Oh, there we go. This is not good. It's such a problem. Let me see if I can bring in Meg's uh, Cantina music, Star Wars Hoth ambience. Enjoy listening to Star Wars Meg's Hoth ambience, and I will be right back. Okay, here I am. I made it. Oh my goodness, I still don't have everything set just right, but I finally made it back. It turns out that I flipped a fuse on the outlet where the webcam was plugged in, and we we had no webcam. So I got that relocated. We're plugged in. We're moving. We have everything up. Oh my goodness. What a crazy day. What a crazy day. And there's so much going on today that that I didn't get my normal start. And so, so I'll start over. There are 18 days until Christmas 2021, and I am thrilled to death to be here with you today. And I see all of our good friends in the chat. I appreciate you guys being patient while I got that up and running. Not too bad. We're just a couple of couple of minutes late because we had to come in. But Meg, thank you for your Cantina music. You saved my bacon. You saved my bacon. Thank you so much. Matt, yeah, the elf in charge of AV has gotten relocated to making shoes. That's oh, that's what happens. They, if you can't, if you can't do your job, you have to go back to helping the cobbler make shoes. So we we lost our AV elf today. We'll have to get a new one here soon. So I do have a lot of information to share. I want to bring up this screen because we've got some, I think, exciting news. And let me see if I can find the right window to share. It's got to be this one. Oh, it's this one right here. So Meg gave us this on Discord, and I think it's pretty solid. Look at that. Look at Tamora. He is absolutely intimidating. Intimidating. And you can see again the improvements that he's had from those back to spas, as Meg has theorized. He's been going to the Twi'lek back to spa to get his treatments, and he is you can hear an echo. I'm in an empty room, so I just moved into the new office, and in here we've got just a little bit of reverb from an empty room, so I think that's what you're hearing. So we'll get there. But boy, this looks fantastic, and as Meg pointed out, he keeps mentioning about colorful, right? It's going to be a colorful season. And I think he means it's going to be dynamic, right? There's going to be a lot of things going on. So that's pretty exciting. And Boba looks 80. I think Tamura looks great here. I don't think he looks 80. String theory, how old does Santa look? That's what I want to know. If Tamura looks 80, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Because I'm 54. I'm 54 in real life. Yes, I was going to say purple. That's what Meg said. We hope that Tamura, his favorite color is purple. In this colorful season he's talking about will feature lots of his favorite color, purple. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Look, I want to get started with some of the other information going on. Every Tuesday, StarWars.com has a merch kind of program going on, and it's called Bring Home the Bounty. And for a number of weeks, this Bring Home the Bounty has been kind of flat. And today, oh boy, today, oh boy, they're bringing it. There are some fantastic reveals in the Bring Home the Bounty week 9. So you can see it right there in the URL, right? It says Bring Home the Bounty / week -9 pound. If you go to StarWars.com, go out to Bring Home the Bounty, and you can see on Tuesdays they reveal anything that's coming up for pre-order, and then on Wednesday those pre-orders open up. So today we do get to see a number of fantastic ones, and they're focusing on they're featuring it right here. So you can see this is a Premier Black Series, a Premium Black Series figure Boba Fett, and we get a Black Series figure Finnick Shand, and you can see them down underneath in the week 9 all products. Tomorrow, December 8th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So adjust for your time zone. 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, you could get this Black Series Boba Fett on Throne Room, the Throne Room scene. Now, I looked at this, and what I don't see on here is those terrible spats. So here's your chance to get a Black Series figure, premium Boba Fett from the Throne Room scene, without the terrible red spats. So here you go. That's good. And then second, we do get Star Wars Black Series Finnick Shand. And then what I am super excited about are these vintage collection figures. There's 4 of them, and they are terrific. And call out to our good friend Tim, Boss Bounty. He does some of the best figure reviews, toy line Hasbro figure reviews out there. All right, Tim is terrific. You should be subscribed to Boss Bounty if you're interested at all in vintage collection figures. He does the best reviews. So, but Bosk, he covered this reveal this morning, and I promised him I was going to give him a hard time because you can look at them. Here's kind of enlarged on these specific figures, and the first one is Ahsoka, Tano, and Grogu. And you can see in this, this is again vintage collection figures from the Mandalorian. You get Ahsoka with the soft goods cloak. And if you've been following, you know that I've been getting these vintage collection Rey from the the Last Jedi. I've been getting those because the soft goods cloak also fits Ahsoka. But here you get Ahsoka with the soft goods cloak and a little Grogu and, as Tim said, a little bird of some sort. Tim, I'm calling you out on that. That's, of course, the Morai. You're going to get the Morai there. You get the white lightsaber. It's just a really super exciting pack on this Ahsoka and Grogu. Secondly, there's the Imperial Stormtrooper, Navarro Cantina. Yeah, actually, the chat is Mel. I think it's my fault because when it started, I wasn't ready. But we're getting going now. Yeah, this was great. I hope Tim shows up and we can all give him the grief that he deserves. But in Imperial Stormtrooper Navarro Cantina, what's really exciting here is this the repeater that you get here, right? This heavy duty repeating rifle that is from that Navarro Cantina, and it's another repack of the Stormtrooper, but what a fantastic item. The third is this incinerator troop with Grogu, and I've already got the incinerator troop with the with the flamethrower. But what you can see here is you get a couple of additional flames that you can stand up, plus the flames that Grogu's pushing back, and another Grogu. Oh, you're going to have Grogu, plenty of Grogu figures to put around because they are cashing in on the Grogu. There's going to be plenty of it. And lastly, there's the Mandalorian with Kayla's favorite creatures. She's going to be super excited to get these spiders. Actually, she hates it. But here you get several spiders, the large, 2 smaller ones. You get an egg and another Grogu, and another Grogu along with the Mandalorian. So this is fantastic. A lot of wonderful reveals today, and these vintage collection figures, they go on sale tomorrow. Again, Bring Home the Bounty. These pre-orders tomorrow, December 8th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So again, adjust for your time zone. You can pre-order all 4 of these vintage collection figures. And then along with those, there's some other items. They love these Mission Fleet. And by the way, Mrs. Claus picked up for me some Mission Fleet stuff just the other day. So you know, they've done this to me because they don't show the blurgs on any other line, only the Mission Fleet. But here we've got a Mandalorian Trooper. It's really good. The blue screen's kind of messing with it. We've got the Mandalorian Trooper with a ship. We've also got Maul right there, Mission Fleet Maul with his spider legs that he can ride around in. Oh, those are great. And then Another interesting one. Here's a shock trooper with just a kind of generic ship there. And then lastly, and this is the one I kind of like a lot. Is look there, we got Boba Fett, and a bit of an odd adaptation of the Slave One, or I don't know exactly what that's intended to be, but there you have it. Oh, it's a jetpack. He's got a flying. That's meant to go on his back. See that? That's so he can wear that as a backpack rather than a jetpack. He's got these wings. So, lots of fun. So Mission Fleet stuff. We also have Mission Fleet stuff coming out in the Bring Home the Bounty pack here. So you guys can see there's a lot of things coming out. Not only they've got the Razor Crest here, they've got Moff Gideon, Outland TIE Fighter, Imperial Assault. They've got Bo-Katan Gauntlet Star Fighter. So lots of fantastic things in Bring Home the Bounty this week. They've been kind of they've been kind of missing the boat on bringing home the bounty, but this week I think it's a fantastic wave, and tomorrow will help the folks that get all their refunds from the Rancor, which did not fund. Right, they reached 8,500 backers at $350 a pop. They got 8,500. Target was 9,000. There was a lot of speculation. Would it have a last minute surge? It did, but the surge just wasn't quite enough to get them over the line. And with this, then there was a lot of speculation. Would they extend? Like if they got close, would they add another month on or a couple of weeks or anything like that? Absolutely not. They pulled the plug. 8,500 backers. They decided, nope, we're not moving forward with it. So you can take your refund from your from your Black Series Rancor, and you could place orders for all the bounty that they released today. Lots of fantastic stuff. And my friend, a Magic Maker, is here in the backstage. Let me bring on a Magic Maker. And hey there, how's it going?
Are you there? Good. How are you doing? In a meeting that ran a little long, so.
No problem. I had technical issues at the beginning of this.
In the way of fun.
Yeah, there you go. I hate it when it happens. Santa's not getting his shield checks this month, right? I don't know what happened to last month's shield checks either. They're still lost in the mail, apparently. I shield as hard as I shield as hard as I could, but still no shield check for Santa.
Well, you got your wish for your shield. I mean, you got Kathleen Kennedy's contract renewal.
Well, that's old news. That is old news, but that's really good stuff. But what do you think about the bounty released this week? Anything in there catch your eye? Anything that's on a Magic Maker's
actually,
Christmas
you had
wish
me
list?
backstage. I was trying to comment on the jetpack, and I said, yeah, they can keep that. I don't like that jetpack at all.
You don't like Boba's jetpack?
No.
It's Mission Fleet though. Mission Fleet.
Is that? I know it's all kiddie. I mean, I got some stuff, and it's, but yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, and then we have like the Ewok, flying thing, Boba. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's Mission
Fleet. We're Ewoking Boba. That's all we do.
It's Mission Fleet. What are you gonna do? But anything exciting? Anything on there that you want to add to your Christmas wish list?
Oh well, of course. I mean, if I had everything, that would be great. I mean, I would even take it if they gave it all to me. It's I take the jetpack even if they give it all. It's free. It's coming from Tano.
Right.
Take it all. No, I like the Ahsoka, of course. The Ahsoka is pretty darn awesome, and with everything it came with. And,
it really is.
And the Rancor, I think they just asked too much for that thing. I think if they brought it down to 250, it would have hit it almost immediately.
Well, I think there were several missteps taken with that Rancor project, and they weren't able to fix it quick enough. Adding the Rancor Keeper got it close, got it up to that
Yeah.
8,500, but it was a little too late and not quite enough. And I brought this up yesterday with Jason Ward. And they included a gate that you could bring down on the Rancor's head. That would have gone a long way to helping the problem as well. Uh, but people aren't people.
Oh,
Exactly. You could pose it there, but a cardboard
imagine that
background.
diorama too. That'd be so freaking awesome.
Exactly. That cardboard background by itself certainly not enough to get people excited about.
Yeah.
and and they had they got the Gamorrean guard guy, right? They had all kinds of stuff included in there that fits. But even the Gamorrean guard wasn't necessarily specific to the line. Like here we've got this. Everybody loves
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb, right? But he wasn't in the Rancor pit. He doesn't really fit. So, like, that's one misstep. The Gamorrean guard is
With Ula, the Gamorrean
tier
guard,
one.
and
Yeah, and the gate. Well, of course, Luke. I think Luke was fine. The Gamorrean guard was fine, but they weren't going to do Ula. Look, let's just be straight up. Ula was not going to happen, no matter what. And there's lots of reasons for that.
what's your reasoning for that? You think just because she's too scantily clad?
Yeah, it's a wardrobe issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And they're not going to put that on pegs in a store. It's just never going to happen. Same with the Rancor Keeper. That wasn't going to hang on pegs in a store ever. But they realized we can't do this without him. And so they included him. Ula wasn't going to happen. It didn't matter. And if Ula was necessary to sell the Rancor, they shouldn't have even done they shouldn't announce the project, right? They should have done a little more market research on the front end to understand how to roll this out to a better reception. And then I think the tier unlocks were completely messed up. Like Luke was great. The Gamorrean guard was great. He was okay. I mean, but this guy here, he's already available in another pack, in a creature pack. So getting him single carded, there was nothing in the unlocks that collectors couldn't already get in mainline. So what are they going to do? Right? You can get all the things except the cardboard background. I'm not paying $350 for a big piece of cardboard. I don't care how pretty it is.
Right.
Right? It's just not going to happen. So, so it failed. It failed. But this stuff here is pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome. And the Black Series, Boba and Finnick, also very, very exciting. Oh, I didn't mention before. I'm glad that I kind of stopped to rethink it. They did also announce some figures from the. You can see here. Here's the fountain from Lucasfilm, right? There's the Boba fountain. They've also got some pops and SH Figuarts. Here it is. So first, SH Figuarts is releasing from the Vision series these figures. Here you go, $85 each, $85 each. But SH Figuarts is actually really, really, high quality stuff. They look great. And if you are an anime type person who is into Star Wars, these are wonderful. Not for me, not for Santa, especially at $85. But look, they look beautiful. So those are kind of important too for collectors of that kind of thing, right?
I like the Vision stuff. That's good.
It is good. It is good. So anyway, Bring Home the Bounty, really, really successful, I think, release today, where they've fallen flat many weeks. Confirmed. Santa cannot say figure arts. Yeah. Figure arts.
Yes, yes, yes.
Figure arts. I don't know. Oh my goodness. So funny. Figaru.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't do like a Twi'lek release. If you think about it, there's several pretty famous Twi'leks, so you could kind of do a limited
Oh,
release of
like
the
a
Twi'leks. So you could have Bib
yeah, like a
Fortuna, you could have Hera, you could do Ula, you could do uh, trying to think of Hera's dad.
oh,
Darn it.
darn it. I knew it for 1 second, and it went out as soon as you said Hera's
Uh,
dad. The name was there, and then it went away just as fast. Um,
Darn
but
it.
yeah, you could do
You could have like a release of a Twi'lek release,
yeah, and there's
Uh,
two that we've seen in the Boba Fett trailer.
Cham
Cham,
Syndulla.
that's it.
Yeah.
Cham Syndulla. Cham. Thank you, X-wing. So, look, this is call out Hasbro when they mess up, right? Mess up. Call out Hasbro when they do good. They did good, right? I'm
But then you
really,
can have then that's what lets you have your release then of the Ula with that model. So like if you had a place for all the other ones to go in releases, then you could have so every one of those needs to kind of have a place to go elsewhere,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And so like if you had a Luke Luke can go by its own. I don't know if the Gamorrean Guard would go on its own, but you might have this other
Well, yeah,
Gamorrean
he's
pack or
already
something
been
like that.
released. That Gamorrean Guard's already been
Yeah, so
released in
yeah,
other waves.
there you go.
So, yeah,
Hmm.
all those
And you could do like
figures.
a denizens kind of thing too, where you let release, like for example, where you have the the Rancor keeper and a couple others, or you could do
Oh,
a
I
dancer
see.
release. I don't
I
like
see
a
what you're
dancer,
saying.
but so
Yeah,
you have multiple
I
packs where you can put them in.
yeah, I just don't know if they're going
You
to
could have
pack
like the
them like
little,
that.
you could have the little droid that tortures
Right,
tortures
right.
them. You could have
Well,
a
they do
bomb
have a
droid and the torture
yeah,
droid.
they do have droid packs. They do, and these are already coming out. And it was brought to my attention, even these bones, which there's Ula right there, right in the middle. There's Ula.
Yeah.
Right, Ula's already been released, but actually these bones are a bit of a repack as well. So there was nothing
Right.
in the tiers that got, like I said, the only thing that you couldn't get that's not going to be mainlined somewhere else was the cardboard background. That's it. Everything else you could get on mainline, other releases, other repacks. So as far as like
Right.
collecting the whole set, that's all you needed was the Rancor and the Rancor Keeper out of this wave that they announced in this,
Mm.
and they just failed. So
Right.
enough of that. Enough of that. Hey, there's something else that was pretty big. Let me go ahead and close some of these tabs. We'll get to this in just a moment. I just want to get to this article that came out yesterday, and Meg covered it this morning. The article is really about Cleopatra, right? That's this Deadline article talks about Patty Jenkins has stepped out of the uh, director role for Cleopatra, and in her place has come the director of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, Carrie Scogland. Carrie is going to be directing. Patty is stepping into a producing role so that, and it says right here, she steps in for Patty Jenkins, who was attached to direct, is pivoting. Patty is pivoting to producer role, and then she fell off as director so she could focus on her next two projects. Wonder Woman 3, which we knew she was working on, and that pushed Rogue Squadron, and Rogue Squadron. So there was a lot of discussion in the last couple of weeks about Rogue Squadron being indefinitely delayed, and that Patty Jenkins was going to move forward with Wonder Woman 3, and there were creative differences with Lucasfilm, and then a lot of people said, "Whoop, the writing on the wall, as I read it, says Rogue One is canceled." And if you you guys remember, I was a little more hesitant. And look, Santa is slow on the uptake sometimes. Santa is slow on taking cues. I'm a little dense. I'm just putting it out there. Like, I'm not the sharpest tack, but I'm always
He's pretty good
hesitant.
at math. We've run math together, so he does pretty good with that.
Yeah,
Don't let him
yeah.
fool you.
I like to set the bar really low. If you guys haven't picked up on that, right? So what I do here is I said let's pause until we hear that it's canceled. It's not canceled. They said it was delayed, and that there were some creative differences. And if you remember, I mentioned this is not really a hot time to be releasing films in the theaters. They're rebounding. The numbers are coming back up, but we are still not at pre-pandemic levels with box office sales. So why would you be rushing to get in front of somebody else, right? You got Wonder Woman 3 and you got Rogue Squadron starting to bump up against one another. Why would you want to push in front of that, rush your script, rush your production to get it out ahead when you can say, oh, let's just take the foot off the accelerator, slow down a little bit. We can brake, maybe park the car here on the side and get a little lunch. We'll just take a little lunch and let them move ahead. And then when we're ready, we'll go ahead and pick back up and continue on. And that seems to be the case because Patty has dropped Cleopatra, which was a big project they talked about. It got a bit of a controversy in and of itself because
It's a little bit of controversy.
They have because they cast Gal Gadot and the
Gal Gadot as Cleopatra,
right, and she's not Egyptian, and so all that. But in
Cleopatra
any
was
event,
never Egyptian. She's the Ptolemaic Greek.
right,
That's the problem.
right,
People don't
right.
understand it.
Well, there's that too, right? So, and it goes on here to talk about Cleopatra as daughter of Ptolemy and blah 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 blah. But anyway, it did get some. We're not talking about Cleopatra or Gal Gadot, Gal Gadot, however you say her name. The point is Patty was leading that, and now she's not, so that she can focus on Wonder Woman 3 and Rogue Squadron. And it puts, Gal is from Israel. She's Israeli. And she served in the Israeli military, as it is compulsory for all Israelis. And so there are people who are critical of Israel, their military policies over in the Middle East and all of that. And so Gal gets caught up in all of that kind of controversy, but I don't care. That's
Still
not
pretty
what.
hot though.
And she's a fantastic Wonder Woman. So let's go. Dominic, I'll leave this up here just for you. I have, no politics, Santa. No, I'm not going to go there. I just say there's some controversy around Cleopatra, but Patty has stepped out. She's going to go to Star Wars, which I think is fantastic, which also kind of hints that perhaps the creative differences either weren't all that deep. It was just slowing things down, right? As I expect that Dave Filoni was overseeing some of the script, going through some of the story and tweaking pieces of it, or giving feedback, saying you can't do this here, you should do this there, and they were going through the creative process of finalizing a script, and it was slowing it down, right? And so by slowing it down, it bumped it against Wonder Woman 3. The creative differences were not like deal breakers, we're not going to work with you, or Patty wasn't like, I hate you, go away, I never want to see your ugly face again, right? None of that. She was just like,
Right. And additionally, which we don't know what instability was coming in, with all. I mean, we're bouncing a ton of stuff around with what's been going on with the pandemic and everything, and so things are shifting there, and that's created. In addition to which whether we like to, fully admit it or not, there is always some little snidbit of truth in all the little craziness that people like to drag into their little, Kathleen Kennedy's going away, or all of Lucasfilm is in turmoil, stories, right? And so there's always little, there's some little piece of truth in it that's either blown out of proportion or taken in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And so we don't know what exactly that instability was inside of Lucasfilm that makes them and that makes them go, well, I can't really work my schedule out with you, or I don't like that story going that way, or I really want to do this and now you've told me I can't, and so you don't know what part of that is true and who was really who's making that call or whatever. So I mean,
Yeah.
which executives are want to do. So, and I think when you add all those things in, you don't know what's going on in the background. You can see where it says, well, if we can't work this out, then it is a creative difference, and I can't work around it. And then when things open up, you say, hey, is that still open?
Well, and that presumes that it went that far. The issue that I have said is that Lucasfilm leaves a vacuum of information where there's a demand for information, right? The fans want to know what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a vacuum. And so what it leads to is people reading into information, reading the tea leaves, kind of picking up on clues here and there, and then interpreting. And it comes down to interpretation of information. And so when you hear creative differences, you don't know if it's minor or major. All you know is that it slowed down the process, right? It slowed down Rogue One script where they weren't able to get it ahead of Wonder Woman 84. As that pushed it back and it bumped into 84, they said, go ahead, go do that. And then we're interpreting everything after that is 100% interpretation. Was it? Look, I'm walking away, and they say, no. We promise. We'll be nice. Please come back. We won't do that again. We'll let you do what you want. We don't know if it was that.
I don't disagree with you that we don't know what it is. I'm just saying that we don't know what instability or schedule differences created this, and so when they blow up or go in the wrong direction and they're misread, that's where we get these stories that make it look like it's crazy. But all I'm saying is there could absolutely be some instability that we don't know about, or scheduling that got pumped because of the pandemic, or there could be pieces of story that where they disagree on, and when you add that along with the scheduling difference, they go, well, I can't do it then.
Right. And I'll come back to this. And X-Wing, thank you so much. At Santa, I'm terrible at doing the YouTube thing, because you're supposed to tell people, please subscribe, like, share, let other people know what's going on. And my subscriptions have been, the people who are subscribed to the channel, just subscribe. That's not much of a commitment.
Well, you can always go to my channel and subscribe. I promise you I'll put out a video this month. I promise. I'll put at least one video out this month.
That's excellent. But you can turn off notifications if you don't like seeing my face, or you don't like the words coming out. But if you subscribe, that really helps us out. And the subscriptions have been going down.
You want it to show up in your feed. We're the best.
You do. I'm sure you do.
Every Tuesday, we're the best.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Look, I try hard just to focus on the content. We have fun. We've got some fantastic friends, and what goes on in the chat is a ton of fun. Look, you can come in the chat. Come in for the chat alone. Oh, it's worth your time. So you guys,
like button, like your lover.
I really,
you just
Nikki,
need to elfing push it. Just elfing push it.
And Nikki's not wrong. I do fear her Sith powers. I've been seeing her comments. I'm not ignoring you, but I fear Nikki's comments because I've gotten burned before. I see Nikki's comment, I'm like, "Oh, that looks good," and I click on it, and then I read it, and I'm like, "Oh no, what have I done?" So Nikki is fantastic. I love her to death. She's fantastic in our community, and her and Meg. When I see Meg in the chat, and I see Nikki in the chat,
the two of them scare me.
They do. They scare me. Right. And I talked yesterday. I didn't get to talk to you about it. I talked yesterday with with Jason Ward. And Meg's video yesterday made me think of it, that we might absolutely see um, Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and Ezra Bridger in the Mandoverse at the same time. And the realization that those three Force users were alive and in the universe at the same time is a bit of it's super exciting in one sense, but it raises all kinds of other questions like why didn't they do this or why didn't they do that or maybe they did this or maybe they did that. There's a lot to get excited about hearing that those three exist at the same time.
It actually just makes you go, what the hell happened?
Right. Right.
How do we get from these three to go away?
The Last Jedi, right? So I think it raises tons of good questions, and it's super exciting to see what we might get from Filoni and Favreau between Mandalorian and the Force Awakens. What's going to happen in there? What on earth is going to happen? It's sort of mind-boggling, and I'm curious. Oh my goodness. Daryl's in there stirring the pot as well. It's good stuff. Nikki, God bless you. So, oh shoot, what was I thinking? Well, are we ready to transition to our fan film of the week?
I don't know. Are you guys ready for it? Or
Are you guys ready?
More about stuff.
No, you're not the only person, Meg. I love The Last Jedi. I love The Force Awakens. And it just occurred to me that when we have Luke, Ezra, and Ahsoka together, what happened? What happened? And the implications that maybe...
Not just what happened. What the hell happened? Because it creates so many questions.
Well, there's that too. But there's also, there's some speculation.
How did we get here?
I'm entertained by X-Wing. X-Wing is trolling me. He trolls me all the time because if I ever show up on his live streams, I troll him. It's fun. We do that because we love each other. It's a lot of fun. But there's some speculation, and Dave Filoni has helped kind of feed it, that Ahsoka's not dead when we see Rise of Skywalker. We hear her voice.
Right.
So he drew that little cartoon of Ahsoka standing next to Gandalf, and Gandalf says, "They thought I was dead too," and he said, "You don't know."
He drew that. He didn't draw that though around that. He drew that when she walked into at the end of the second season of
Rebels.
Rebels. So and after facing that, and before we had the World Between Worlds, was when he drew that.
Yeah, but he retweeted it or something right around because he at Rise of Skywalker when they said, "Oh, we heard Rey's or we heard Ahsoka's voice. That means she's dead." He's like, "Oh, slow your roll," and then so it's sort of ambiguous. So we don't know in the sequel trilogy era if Ahsoka's dead, and I think my brain is telling me that Ezra's definitely not dead in the sequel trilogy era.
I think you're right. I think Ezra's gonna. I think for some reason Ezra's probably gonna fill the role of Joris in the remake of and reworking of the whatchamacallit, the Heir of the Empire. I just think that's kind of what they're doing.
Well, it very well could be in how they're going to adapt that. And Green Bear, I agree with you. Force Awakens, in my order, I like Force Awakens the best, then Last Jedi, then Rise. Hey, look there, Intermeta Egg. Hey, and I also saw our good friend Trinity. Oh, we have Trinity from Second Street Marvels in the live stream as well. Thank you, Trinity. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate your support, you guys. Lots of questions
the good news is I'm reworking The Last Jedi, so I'm doing my own.
Oh, you're doing.
I'm finally getting on that, writing that video script. So
Awesome.
I promise you, it will be coming out in 2022. It will be done this month. But I have a video that's pretty much ready. It just needs to get out there. So I will drop a video this month. I promise.
Excellent. Excellent. We look forward to it. Look forward
In
to
fact,
it.
it's on Ahsoka. It's the symbolism of Ahsoka.
And I haven't seen
symbolism of Star Wars.
I haven't seen Boss Bounty. I haven't seen Tim in the chat. Maybe he's scared. Maybe because he couldn't remember what the Morai was. That bird thing that was with Ahsoka in that
the
pack.
owl thing. The owl thing.
It's so funny. It's so funny. He's going to take grief from all his friends, and I can't wait for him to respond. So let's take a look at this fan film.
Owl. What does she represent? Green owl. What was she for?
That's some bird they put in the pack. I don't know why they did that. The daughter avatar, right? We know, Trev. We know, but we're Ahsoka went to Hogwarts. Yeah, she has her owl. Right, that's it. Daryl's got it. Good one, Daryl. You get the point. You get the point. Very good.
Ahsoka and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the next.
There you go. There you go. She's actually the next.
I'm sorry. The Force Wielders Stone.
She's the next headmaster at Hogwarts after Dumbledore died. After the, she's the headmaster at Hogwarts while Harry's kids are going through. So
that's actually where Kylo Ren went to teach the dark arts.
Oh yeah, there you go. So he took Snape's role. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. That's really good.
You didn't know when you die in Star Wars, you go to Harry Potter.
Yeah, yeah. Levio Catano. Oh, you guys are perfect. So, look, you suggested this film. I watched it, and it's really well done. I reached out to the creator again, and look, this guy only has 80 subscribers. There's a travesty right there. So, but to be fair, this just came out October. So, let's take a look at it, and it's got again, I've got it muted. You guys won't be able to hear it, but. It's got the typical disclaimer at the front. And the link to this video is in the description here. So you guys, please go out there, leave a like, a comment on the video to help raise this guy's presence. That would be fantastic. The Fair Trade is the name of the episode. And he has a good mix here. So again, this looks like the video game engine that you were talking about before, right?
Yeah, Unreal Engine 5. It's done in. It's completely done in that. So
it looks great.
I must at points you can't tell it's a video game.
Yeah, yeah. The premise of the story is R2 and 3PO are going back to Tatooine shortly after New Hope, right?
A New Hope, yeah.
And look here, that looks like it was, physical model being filmed on set. I was like, holy moly! Did this guy get an actual model? Now, again, we get some animated stuff. This looks a lot more like. Well, that one did. Now we got a mix here. When they were small like that, you could kind of tell they looked more like models, right?
Right.
But they're going about. They've got another voice actor here, just so you guys know. They've got a voice actor doing the lines for 3PO.
Voice of C-3PO.
Yeah.
He jumped between a slightly Irish accent to an Eastern European accent.
Yeah, it's not a perfect Anthony Daniels imitation at all. And but he does a decent enough job. We got a nice sand crawler here coming in. The Jawas are showing up. Yeah, it is gorgeous. That's why, like, the guy's only got 80 subs. If you don't want to subscribe to him, at least go out and leave a like and a comment,
leave a like and a comment.
it does a lot to help content creators like this, and we want to support them. And so here we got some Jawas in the background. They see R2. Yeah. And there's that probe droid again. Now, you say the whole thing, you think the whole thing's done in the Unreal Engine?
Yeah, he says it is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he had some live action in there. Some of it looks so good. And what kind of, like, you're going to get his stream demonetized. Jawas. We know Meg loves Jawas. Yeah. Meg's family, right? Meg's the tallest in her family of Jawas. She,
But barely.
that's good. So again, and this is in 4K. It's a really high quality. It's really, oh my goodness. Yeah, Darth Chaos. Is there supposed to be sound? No, Nikki, I purposely mute it to just avoid any kind of issues that come up from, like, this guy's video. He knows already that he can't be monetized on it. He knows that he can't get anything from it. It's a fan film. He put the disclaimer at the front. And so I leave that, I leave it muted just so that I'm not susceptible to that. And it also makes it so that we're doing the commentary over the video, so I can make sure that I can file any appeal with YouTube that does it. Turn on the closed captions, Santa. Jeez. You know, I didn't see closed captions as an option on this video. So if you have a criticism of the video at all, it'd be that he doesn't have closed captions enabled. So sorry about that, Green Bear. I normally do. I should hum Star Wars music. I just turned up the Hoth ambience there. I know we're on Tatooine, but you know.
Ice, sand, two difference. Right?
Either event, it gets everywhere. You know, if you've ever gone out sleigh riding, you know, the snow, no matter how hard you tuck your pant legs into your boots,
you always end up wet.
Yeah. You always do. You always do.
No comment made.
No. So good. And then we've got this. Look, that looks like Vader's. I think that's intended to be Vader's tie, right? After New Hope, that
it's an artifact. He was sent to go get an artifact or something. What is it?
Something, yeah.
See them get there, and then.
One of these days we'll get the creator on with us, and we can kind of get their insight. And again, there's R2 coming up, and they're just kind of going through debris that's fallen on the planet. They're looking for something, right?
Right.
It was unclear to me.
Yeah,
maybe I just didn't pay attention. Yeah. Maybe I just
crashed. Skate pods.
Skate pod.
I'm assuming it's their old skate pod that they happen to get dropped off by. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, it was unclear to me what
go there in a skate pod.
Right. It was unclear to me what they were searching for too.
You know, he says an artifact. You know, Master Luke sent us here for an artifact, and then we see that one ship at the end, and that's it. So.
Okay.
It's intended to stay vague.
I see. So
we're not sure what the fair trade is either.
I see. So R2 is now sending out the signal, hey, we found the thing. Mm-hmm. We found the thing you sent us to find. It's here. And
come pick us up.
Yeah, come get us. It's over here. Come get it. And that's where it kind of closes out. You'll see here as they line up.
The one thing I thought was really hilarious was on R2, and when he opened up his panel to for his arc welder, it had
Yeah.
a caution sticker on the inside it says caution, and you can't read the whole thing because it's fairly quick, but it looks like can cause electrical shock. That's what it looks like
Yeah.
it says. So I was like, that's a pretty good little piece of detail there.
So here you see them landing again. Now it goes back; they look like models again. I was also interested. Mel McDermott does the voice of C-3PO. Mark Fernandez, is that the same Mark Fernandez that's involved with Nerd Theory? I don't know. That's what questions that come to mind. Which Mark Fernandez is that? Or just another Mark Fernandez? I realize
I'm
there are
sure
lots
there's
of.
plenty.
It's like Bob
That's
Smith. There's lots of Bob Smiths. There's not just one Bob Smith. There's lots of Mark Fernandezes. It just made me think of that. All right, so another good fan film. Thank you for sharing that with us, a Magic Maker, and like I said, hopefully we'll get hold of one of these content creators one time. So. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm hoping the one will come on and we'll get to talk to them, and then we'll be able to get them more views. Because
yeah,
I don't think they only have a couple of thousand views. Yeah, they only said like 2,300 views. And that's way too few for this.
that's way too few.
It's well
Yeah,
done.
it is really well done. It looks so good, and I love that we've kind of dedicated this weekly spot to featuring somebody. And these fan films are really important, I think, to the community. And I was listening to the replay of Nerd Theory from last night, and I think a lot of drama Josh kind of stirs up just for entertainment content.
For
But
views?
I think, look, we've talked about how Lucasfilm leaves a vacuum, and I don't blame Josh or anybody else for stirring up drama for the sake of entertainment. He does a great job. It's just I'm not about that. But at the same time, it's content creators like this. It's people who are creating fan films that their passion is being displayed and for other fans to enjoy. And you don't have to love every single one of them, but I think it shows the passion and enthusiasm so many people have, despite some of the drama about Star Wars is dead. Well, it's not dead. People are making great content, and people are doing wonderful things. Meg is gold. She's been giving us fantastic content, and we have a lot to be excited about coming up just shortly. Oh my goodness, we got the Book of Boba Fett in just a matter of weeks. It's coming. It's coming, my friends.
Yep.
And then once it starts, put on your seatbelts because it's going to be solid Star Wars content throughout 2022. It's going to be exciting.
22 is going to be solid. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good year to be in the Star Wars. Yeah,
It is.
and honestly, I personally think the future of most franchises is actually fan created stuff. I think that's where we're headed, and people will end up with basically their own universes, and so I just think you're going to have a bunch of creators that are going to tag along in these things, and that's the story that's going to, and these stories that spin off in the different directions of where it's going to go. And I don't
Yeah.
know if Lucasfilm or Disney will ever be able to keep up with the fan fiction that'll spin out of that. And some people
But
will
that's
figure out
good.
some way to make money.
That's really good because it just shows how many people are invested in Star Wars with their own creativity and their own passion. I think it's great. That's a great sign for the brand, for the franchise, and that we're getting such great content from Disney Plus Star Wars. It should be something a lot of people are excited about. And hey, another shameless plug here. We do predictions throughout seasons of new content, and we've already started the predictions game for Book of Boba Fett. you can get a bingo sheet. And that bingo sheet, you can predict cameos we're going to get through the season. So what characters might you see? The free space in the middle is Finnick Shand. So there you go. That's a giveaway. Boba Fett doesn't count. It's his show. He's not a cameo in his show. And I think technically Finnick Shand isn't a cameo because I think the Book of Boba Fett is the two of them they've formed this kind of bond. So what other characters might you see? Bosk, Dengar, IG-88. You tell us, Luke, Grogu. Maybe you're going to see Mace Windu because we know he ain't dead. So there's a whole bunch of folks
I want him to be dead, though. I do want him to be dead.
No.
I do. I want him to be dead. I think some people need to actually die in Star Wars.
No. Ludicrous.
Yeah.
But Meg says, I have seen her card. I have seen Meg's bingo card, and she is going to be tough to beat. And I'm trying not to cheat because I saw hers. And I'm like, oh, that is so good. It's so good. I didn't think of some of those, so I got to be careful to not cheat. But yeah, might you see Omega? Hey, Trev's giving us some good ones. So Mon Mothma. There you go. Han Solo, Leia. There's tons of folks you can put in your bingo card, and then when the season starts, we'll lock all those down.
Lucas.
George. Maybe John Favreau. No. No, it's characters.
I think we'll at least get the voice. At least we'll get the voice of John Favreau.
Right, but you'd have to name the character, not the actor.
Yes.
Right.
Well, so, we don't know because he always plays a bit character.
Yeah, Cobb Vanth. Certainly, that could be on your bingo sheet, and we will.
I think that's a given.
Yeah, Tusken Raider does not count. Tusken Raider is generic. That's something in the background. It has to be a named character, so it can't be Tusken Raider number 3, right? No, that doesn't count. It has to be like some named character, Din Djarin, right? Like that. So
that's a definite. We know he's in there. We know he's
right. X-Wing says Hodor, and which made me think of. I don't. We're having.
Snape.
It made me think of Holdo, but Professor Snape. There you go. Like all those, you can put them on your bingo card, and then we will include those in your predictions. And week to week, we do predictions just before each show about what's going to happen in the next show. And during our live watch party, we score your predictions, and then if you beat Santa on your predictions, you'll go on the Wall of Fame, and your name will appear in that scroller that goes across for the next week of shows. And if you lose to a Magic Maker,
go below me, then you're on the Wall of Shame.
You go on the Wall of Shame
in the center of it for the next week as well.
That gets posted to Discord, so that your shame is available for all of the members to see. Like, oh, you lost to a Magic Maker. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Right? Like Sheev the Wise, he loves to be on the Wall of Shame. I give him a hard time. And but Meg, she does a great job. Trev does a great job. We had a lot of fun doing that, so we'll continue that on in 2022. And by the way, we're going to have some giveaways here in the next week, maybe the end of this week for December, and we're going to up the number of giveaways that we have, and then going into 2022 we want to continue this. I am going to be giving away the Hot Toys Sideshow Collectibles Jabba's Palace, right? The Jabba's throne with Boba Fett on it, from the Hot Toys Sideshow Collectibles. That figure alone is almost $500, and then we're going to add to it Finnick Shand.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we're going to add Finnick Shand.
That is a lot. I gotta run, so I'm gonna thank you all for watching that fan film with me, and I had a great time with y'all. And I'll see y'all next week, and I promise I'll be dropping a video this month. So
Thank you so much,
come on
Magic
over,
Maker.
sign up, and get my alert.
All right.
Talk to you later.
We'll see you soon. We'll see
Bye,
you
my friend.
soon. All right.
May the
Bye.
force be with you all.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, we'll be giving away that sideshow collectible. The only condition on that is that you need to have been an elite squad member. We have 3 layers of memberships here on the channel. We have Blizzard Battalion. That's just $2 a month. That supports the channels, helps us buy these figures to give away. Then the next is the snowpack level. You could join Meg in the snowpack level, and you are eligible for the vintage collection figures as well as Black Series figures that we give away every month. And then we have Elite Squad members at $10 a month. That allows you to be eligible for both of those, the vintage collection and the Black Series, as well as some premier figures that we'll do from time to time. So the very first one's going to be the SH Figure Arts Boba Fett, the premier Boba Fett from The Mandalorian. So if you've not seen that figure, it is tremendous. The thing about this SH Figure Arts is that they're 6-inch, so it's the same scale as the Black Series figures, but the number of the amount of detail and the number of accessories that come with them way surpass what you get in the Black Series from Hasbro. Those retail from $80 to $100 each. The Boba Fett one sells for $100. We'll be getting that figure. It's supposed to release in January, so January or February, we'll be giving that away to an Elite Squad member. So that's an example. I also have other figures here that we're going to give away. Like I've got a Skittle Trooper. I've got some Skittles Troopers. We're going to give one of those away. I've got. Oh, let me see. See if I've got it here handy. Oh, I do. Look here. We've got the vintage collection Emperor's Throne Room. We're going to give this away as well. So these are for some of our channel members. We've got lots of prizes to give away if you are one of our I know X-Wing. I don't know what to say. SH figure or right. So look, we'll be giving all those away. 2022, we're going to be giving lots of these prizes away. So if you guys, if you can support us financially that way, that'd be great. If you cannot, please subscribe to the channel. It does me a lot of good in getting our videos noticed by YouTube. It's the game that we have to play. It's the thing we have to do. So if you could like, subscribe, leave a comment. Oh, those are helpful too. So if you're watching this on a replay, leave a comment. That's very helpful. Say, hey, I think you're full of hot air, Santa. That's fine. I just need to. That all helps. So thank you all so much for being here. We will be back. I hope tomorrow. Tomorrow I would like to do some unboxings. I've got some figures right here in this package. This is from our friends at Entertainment Earth. Entertainment Earth has sent me a package. I've got another one here. Oh, it's a little bit bigger. We've got this from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which would be, oh shoot, what's the name of that company down there? Anyway, we got more figures in here. We've also got another premier figure. I've got a hot toy collectible being shipped. I purchased that last week. It should be coming any day now. So hopefully we will get, we'll do an unboxing tomorrow. We'll find out what's in those boxes as well as any that arrive today, tomorrow. And then hopefully tomorrow afternoon, I'll do, or later this week, Thursday or Friday, we will do our members only Zoom call, and we will give away some of these figures, maybe some that we just unboxed. So you guys, thank you for being here. I've enjoyed spending time with you again today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day and that you are take some time to enjoy the day, get outside, get some fresh air, all of that. And we will see you very, very soon, my friends. Oh, you missed all the fun. Well, catch the replay. Oh, that'll work as well. So thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as I oh wait, you guys almost let me get out without giving the Mike Porter dad joke of the day. Oh, how did you let me do that? The Mike Porter dad joke of the day. We have to do this. What does a car use when going to a big dinner? What does a car use when going to a big dinner? Oh, they use a license plate. Oh, Mike Porter, fantastic. We love getting those dad jokes from Mike Porter. His Twitter account is also in the description here. Go follow Mike Porter on Twitter if you have a Twitter account. So, you guys, thanks so much for being here, and we will catch you next time, my friends. Until then, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye.